I saw this headline and I thought about you. I wanted to make a video. First of all, Coinstar KYC. Coinstar Know Your Customer hurdles are hurting Bitcoin user experience. Okay. Let's read this article for a moment, and I would love to get some of your thoughts, and you can put them down in the comments. So, CoinMe, the Bitcoin ATM operator, which began offering purchases in 2014, teamed up with change counter Coinstar last week to let customers purchase Bitcoin for cash using the same apparatus. Okay, Coinstar. So if you know what this is those green machines. I think there's a picture down here, actually, right here, that you see around the states. They'll have some grocery stores and whatnot. You pour your change in, and it spits out. I think it spits out like a receipt that you can get cash for. I guess some of them now do like gift cards, debit cards, etc. So that when we say Coinstar, that's what we're talking about. As user experience began surfacing on social media, however, not all appear to be going to plan. Specifically, reviews slated the overreaching security measures CoinMe and Coinstar had implemented. So here's my question for you. Why? So to buy Bitcoin, one commentator wrote on Twitter, it was necessary to provide an email address, phone number, name, ID verification, and even a selfie photograph. Why do you think that is? That is my question. Lame but not unexpected. Seems silly for such a small amount, the commenter known as Crypto Paradigm wrote about their $25 purchase. Fees, IDs, and technical issues. The current U.S. regulatory landscape surrounding cryptocurrency ownership focuses on blocking covert profiteering from cryptocurrency trading, with major companies such as Coinbase previously facing data inspection demands from the authorities. While such situations appear beyond the control of CoinMe, criticism of its latest move also involved poor technical reliability of its process. Crypto Paradigm summarized by the experience. Buy Bitcoin with cash, then fill out a form, submit your ID and selfie, wait over an hour, give us your email to make an account. The purchasing process was further beset by a problem with the CoinMe's app, which failed to load all the necessary steps for a mobile. In all, a $25 Bitcoin purchase cost around 4% in obligatory fees, as well as extra markup on the price of the Bitcoin itself, and larger than average transaction fees, they added. CoinMe had not replied publicly to the Twitter review at press time. As Bitcoin is reported, despite the downturn in cryptocurrency markets lasting over a year, a Bitcoin ATM industry continues expanding. The U.S. alone currently has almost 3,000 machines, the most out of any country worldwide. What do you think about CoinMe's Bitcoin purchases via Coinstar? Let us know. Okay, let me know down in the comments. I want to ask you, why do you think they require, it's called Know Your Customer, KYC. Why do you think they require so much information to purchase Bitcoin? Even if, now mind you, if you get paid out by someone typically of $600 or more in a year, they're going to give you, your tax forms or whatever. You got to file that with the government. Coinstar, you don't have to file anything with the government. I mean, I can't imagine practically nobody takes $600 worth of cash to Coinstar. I mean, I just can't imagine that. I'm certain somebody's done that before, but that cannot be normal. But they said here, the reason is because of, the blocking covert profiteering from cryptocurrency trading with major companies. So let's talk about that for a moment. I was trying to find a better sentence up here that said it. So let's talk about that. Covert profiteering. That's like money laundering, okay? That's like they want to make certain people aren't doing anything shady with cryptocurrency. And listen, if you, like me, have been a good person most of your life, and, I think I've had one speeding ticket in my life. To my knowledge, I've never went out and broke laws. Like, I've been a relatively good guy. I've never ever done any sort of illicit drugs. I don't drink. I don't do, practically anything, right? So, but if you lean that way, your original thought is, well, they just want to make sure no one's doing anything wrong. They just want to protect us, right? I mean, that's what you would think, right? And that's what a lot of people think. But let me just ask you a question. If it's really about money laundering, why are they worried about Coinstar? How can you launder money through change? Do you know how much? I mean, money laundering is so huge. No one cares about the change from Coinstar. Why does it have to be difficult? Why is that regulations there? Let's talk about this for a moment. The current market cap of Bitcoin is $62 billion. Okay. So if money laundering was the issue, if it was really about money laundering, then you would think, well, there could be a lot of money laundering, 62 billion, Commonwealth, they could be laundering, a few billion. And you got to catch them. If they're laundering a few billion, you got to catch them, right? Hold on. Wait for it. So what are these people doing with cryptocurrency, first of all? What could they possibly be doing? Well, I mean, obviously they can do a lot of things. There's a Silk Road, the whole 9 yards. But is it really about money laundering? Is that what it's really about? Because my argument is, and bear with me for a moment, if it's really about money laundering, and by the way, I'm going to add this to my playlist, Bitcoin to 1 million. So if you haven't seen that playlist yet, I'm going to put that playlist on my channel. Also, you need to look up, it's on my channel as well, but you need to look up the documentary Money as Debt. And if you've seen that, some of this will make sense to you. But if it's really about money laundering, then why go after a change machine? Change. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Here's my thought. You see, if it's about money laundering, Bitcoin's not used for money laundering at all, basically, in comparison to the US dollar and other national currencies. The money issued by governments by far is used for money laundering, by far, over any form of cryptocurrency. Mainly because if you get $1 million, $2 million, $10 million in Bitcoin, it's actually kind of hard to use that. Like it is. I mean, if you go to Gemini Exchange and you start withdrawing 50,000, in sizable increments suddenly, then I promise you're going to show up on the radar of a government. Bitcoin's not used that much. But if you take cash to a bank account, or if you do a large bank wire transfer, you can get away with that a little bit easier. Especially if you have some sort of a business, which is how money's laundered, is laundered through a legitimate business. But there's not many businesses who are pulling in tons of Bitcoin outside of maybe some of the exchanges, but that's why those exchanges face up, that's why Coinbase has had so much scrutiny, because it's the exchanges that could allow you to potentially launder money. So if you were going to say, hey, well, here's the issue. It's about laundering. Come on, bear with me, because I'm about to show you something that's ridiculous. If it's about wealth, it's laundering money. That's the bottom line. The government wants to protect us. Okay, I can buy that a little bit. Except it's Coinstar, not an exchange. It's Coinstar. It's these little machines that 99.99% of the people that are using these machines are average law-abiding citizens that don't want to count penny, nickels, and dimes with their hands. That's the bottom line. And here's the thing. The market cap's only $62 billion. Money laundering worldwide is estimated at $800 billion to $2 trillion. That's money laundering worldwide. That is 10 to what? Maybe 15 times large. It's more than 10. Well, heck. It's over 20 times larger. 2 trillion is over 20 times larger than the entire total market cap of Bitcoin. In fact, 100 billion. 100 billion. Wow, that's 120. 100 billion, 120 billion is the entire market cap. 120 billion. So the total amount of money laundering that already occurs with government-backed currency, paper currency like that's pictured here, is already 10 times greater than the entire market capitalization of all cryptocurrency combined. So my guess is it's not about really money laundering, because I'm willing to bet the vast majority of this is not laundered. The vast majority of this are people like you and me who are enthusiastic about cryptocurrency, and probably plenty of speculators who are trying to speculate on price increases. But yet, money issued by the state, by the federal governments of our nations, is laundered at a rate of more than 10 times the entire market cap. They won't know your customer, KYC, which is supposed to be in place to prevent money laundering, illicit use of funds, on pennies, nickels, and dimes at a Coinstar machine. They want KYC regulation in place. Why? Why do they want to know where all that Bitcoin is? Why do they want to monitor it so well? I think it's more about preventing use. I think it's more about stopping mass adoption. If you understand what the problem that Bitcoin solves, and you understand that there's no government on the planet that wants that problem solved. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, at the end of this video, you have to watch the documentary Money as Debt. I'll put it at the end of this video. Also, at the end of this video, I'm going to put the playlist Bitcoin to $1 million, because I believe that government can only stand in the way of Bitcoin mass adoption for so long. And I discussed that in that playlist, and I'm going to continue to discuss it as well. Please put your comments down below. If you believe in cryptocurrency, just like I do, and if you believe that we're just on the start of the cryptocurrency revolution, then make certain you subscribe to this channel, hit that thumbs up, or give me a thumbs down if you disagree. I want to gauge my audience. Thumbs up if you agree, thumbs down if you disagree. And please, let me know, what are your thoughts on this whole KYC thing? Is it good intentions, or is it about preventing mass adoption? Please put your comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. Have an awesome day.